hope you're enjoying Payback because I bloody am. Welcome to the guide a lot of people have been waiting for, the early money guide in Need for Speed Payback. This is a guide for people that are in the early and later sections of the game. There isn't any specific total way on how to make money just yet. That's probably going to be later in the game, but I'm not there yet. And I don't imagine a whole bulk of people there for now, so I think the early ones are going to be more useful right now. This bit's going to be very brief. I'm going to make another video on this, explaining it a little bit more in the future. But do not buy performance parts. Do not buy performance parts. It is useless. It is stupid. You are throwing your money into a hole. Don't do it unless you're buying loot boxes. This little icon here is your friend. Having loads of those means you can spin the wheel and get random parts, which are better usually than your current ones. Buying parts is a waste of money. If you get parts that you don't want, make sure to trade them in. If you're going to sell a car, trade in your parts. If you're building up a car and you run out of them, go to your car and have a look at the older parts and trade those in as well. Spinning for parts and winning races is the only way you should be adding parts to your car. If you are buying them, that is why you have no money. That said, there'll be a more in-depth video on that very soon. But let's get to it, shall we? How can we make money? This event is really early on and it has a nice teleport location right next to it, which is actually a dealership, so you don't need to drive to it, you don't need to discover it. It's right at the beginning of the game. It's a beginning event. It doesn't require too much effort. It's one of the longer beginning events, but the other beginning events don't actually have a teleport near them, so that's why I chose a lot of these events. A lot of the events are just easy to access and easy to get back to the start again. If racing is your thing, and especially if you have started building up a higher end car, this thing becomes quicker and quicker and quicker, and you can easily blitz it in like 135, 130 if you pretty much just focus on it. When you complete the event, remember the speed card, if it is not better, trade it in. You can sell it for more money, but I would recommend trading it in and then using it for the spin so you don't spend money on upgrades in the future. Throughout all the races I'm showing you, there's one thing you need to take note of throughout all of them, is that if you are doing these races and you can do the side bets, do them. They can give you some insane money. Later on, some of them give you an extra 7,000 odd, which is about as much as you get from just doing the event in the first place on the early ones. So doing side bets, make sure you do them. A lot of them I can't do because, as you know, I have a grip only race car, which is annoying, so I have to decline quite a few if I don't want to drift, that sort of thing. But if you can do them, make sure you do. Another very early event, if you prefer drifting, this one's going to be for you. It is drifting the block, and it is possibly one of the first drift missions. It's not massively long, it's quite short actually, and the best thing about this is it's a loop. You do 2 or 3 laps, you do it very easy every single time, smash it, and then when you are ready, you can just start it up again because you finish right where you began. You can teleport to it. It's a little bit further away to drive to. Once you've done that one drive to the event, you can just loop the loop, the loop, the loop, and it's bloody easy. Again, remember, side bets are definitely going to give you a lot more money, and the more side bets you complete, the higher they go, I believe. If that's not the case, it's just based on how far into the game the level is. If the mission is quite far into the game, you're going to get more money beginning, but I found that the more you do, the more it seems to go up. I don't know if that's just coincidence, but that seems to be the case. The next event requires a little bit of an investment. If you buy this garage in the top right of the map, it'll make your life easier to teleport to this event. Once you have that location, obviously the event is another circuit event. I can tell you it gives you so much money in this event. The base money you make is about just under 10,000 for me, and I have the deluxe edition. That's probably part of the reason why I might be getting a little bit more money per the races. But side bets can also go up to what, like, I've seen like 7,000-8,000 on this event. It's ridiculous money from doing a pretty quick race. This is the Silver Casino loop, and it's on the second set of missions that you get, which if you're not at that part yet, then the previous ones are for you. If you're in this part, then this is the definite one that I personally love to go to. High-speed cars here are bloody awesome, and if you have a grip car, this event is a good one. If you don't want to do some drifting, great, this is the one. Annoyingly, this event gives you a lot of drift for this many yard kind of challenges, which I have to decline a lot of the time, but every now and again I will switch back to the other handling mode, because again, when you start where you finished off, you stop, change the handling model to drift, do it again, get a nice big side bet, or if you want to stay in your grip car, just smash the handbrake a couple of times, and eventually you'll do those. But I'm Mr. Grippy McGrip, you know. And if you're around the same area in the game, but for drifting, you want to do some skids, for example, you have 2 events for you, which is technically 1 event. It's just 1 going up or 1 back down. It is the Stargazer's Descent and the Stargazer's Ascent. You remember, it's around the area where you basically drift down and up. It's a lot of fun. It's probably my favorite, like, ascent and descent. There's not a teleport super close to it, but there is a tune-up shop just down the road. It takes a little bit longer to get to it than probably most of the events, but once you're there, then you can start the event and go up, then stop the event, go down, stop the event. You get the idea. You go back and forth until you have basically got as much money as you want. And a lot of these challenges are, I'll probably say, quite easy. Some of them are a bit more difficult to train of hold drifts for a long time, whatever. All in all, they're not too bad, and this is a fun event to do. And if you can keep trying to beat records at the same time, if you have auto log scores to beat, this is the one that you're gonna have a lot of competition on. Like, you're gonna spend a long time on it and earn lots of money, upgrade your car, and remember, don't buy your bloody stop buying those upgrades. Now, other than that, the best other ways to get money outside of doing events, that sort of thing, is obviously to try and get as many upgrades to your level as possible. Every time you level up, you get a shipment. The shipment usually contains some money. By doing these events, you're also getting rep, which will level you up and give you these packages, which will probably give you quite a bit of money. I don't personally like how much money they give you, especially since they give you every time you bloody level up, but obviously maybe they're limited because of that, right? Actually, hidden away in the menus of Need for Speed Payback, there's actually a few daily challenges that you can use, and these will get you some more shipments. Let me know your thoughts down below, if I'm wrong, if I'm right, if you agree with me, you disagree, whatever. But this is some early info on how to make money on Need for Speed Payback, because I know people were mentioning it, but for the most part, money isn't an issue. The only issue you're having is that you're buying upgrades. Stop it. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe if you are new, and I will see you in the next video. So next time, guys, peace.